Welcome, everyone, to a call for judgment. Today's show, I want to talk about Elon Musk. I know we've heard in the past that they were going to run human trials and human experiments with the Neuralink. But now Elon Musk has come out and said that they will be doing one this year. They will be running a human trial. And this will not be the first human trial because we know that they do these experiments behind closed doors all the time on humans. They pretend that they run them just on pigs and mice, etc. No, they do it on humans. Where do you think a lot of these homeless people go, or people that go missing go? Well, they run these experiments on them, okay? They just won't tell you that because it's quote-unquote unethical. If people knew that they were forcing these types of experiments like they did with MK Ultra onto people, well, people might have a problem with that. So, of course, they're not going to tell you. But this would be something that's public. And this would be something where, almost like the Truman Show, I'm sure. Well, they'll say, this person is the one that we're doing the trial on, and he's out in society, and I'm sure they'll probably have a reality show following the person around. And we also know it's not the first one being done on human because other companies have openly admitted to it, right? Other companies I've covered, Bezos and Gates are trying to get in on creating a Neuralink. So I'm going to play this clip from Musk, who spoke at the Viva Tech event in Paris yesterday or during this week, depending on when I put this video up, about the plans to implant the chip, the Neuralink, inside of people's bodies. And of course, what's really important to note here, because people just don't seem to understand what this is about, is how he openly talks about connecting human beings to the internet. I say that a lot, and people are just like, what? Oh no, that's the plan. And they continue to desensitize you to these things and having technology under your skin and inside your body. You will be connected to the internet. And your thoughts and these things that you think you're sending to the internet, no, it's the other way around. You will be under the control of these people. Listen to Elon Musk.
So Neuralink is, first of all, I want to assure everyone who may be worried about Neuralink that you will see Neuralink is going to be a fairly slow process because anything that's done in humans, it's very slow. So sometimes people think that this suddenly we're going to be chipping everyone's head, and then before they know it, everyone's connected to the internet, and then we're in trouble with your brain. So it's going to happen very slowly. Hopefully later this year we'll do our first human device implantation, and this will be for someone that has sort of tetraplegic, quadriplegic, has lost the connection from their brain to their body. And we think we should be able to, that person will be able to communicate as fast as someone who has a fully functional body. So that's going to be a big deal. And we see a path beyond that to actually transfer the signals from the motor cortex of the brain to past the injury in the spinal cord and actually enable someone's body to be used again. So essentially shunting the signals past the broken point and restore potentially full body use to someone that has completely lost the connection.
So there he is openly talking about it. It's pretty insane that we are in a society that's okay with the type of technology where you be connected to the internet, but we live in a society where people are just so sickly insane and are willing to do all these certain things and don't really seem to care about what they put in their body anymore that, well, it does seem like it would be a normal fit. So billionaire entrepreneur Elon Musk expects his brain chip startup Neuralink to start its first human trial this year, as you heard, as he spoke at the Viva Tech event in France. Co-founder Musk said Neuralink plans to implant a I don't know what the word is, why even bother, or a paraplegic, let's just say paraplegic patient during a webcast monitored by Reuters. While Musk didn't specify how many patients his company would implant or for how long, it's looking like the first case will be later this year. Musk, who is also CEO of electric car maker Tesla, social media platform Twitter, and the SpaceX rocket launch company. Last month, Neuralink said it received the FDA clearance for its first in-human clinical trial, a critical milestone for the startup as it faces U.S. probes over its handling of animal experiments. And of course, this has nothing to do with FDA approval. The FDA will pretty much approve of anything that's unhealthy and insane. As we know, if you look at the label of food that they approve, which is pretty much anything that's in a box on a shelf at a grocery store, go through the ingredient list. Yeah, they approved all that. Sayafara Vodojima? Oh yeah, that's good for you, right? What is it? I don't know. It's just some chemical. Must be good. The FDA approved it. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Why do you have autism? Why are you sick all of a sudden? Why do you have dementia? I don't know. Oh, yeah, right. Oh, the FDA approved it, so we shouldn't question it. So this isn't about the FDA's approval. This is about timing. That's all that this is about. It's about timing. When is the right time for them to start releasing this to the world? And they know this based on data that they gather from all these social media. They watch the response when they start leaking stories about human trials of Neuralink, et cetera. They watch what people say. They watch the pulse of people. That way they can garner when it's time, enough data, so when it's time to release this, that people will accept this, right? One of the reasons Elon Musk has been pushed into the spotlight as being a conservative hero and a mouth for free speech is so that people are trusting of Elon Musk. That is the whole purpose of it, okay? Elon Musk does not stand for free speech. Many people on Twitter are still censored. Elon Musk is clearly one of them. He's doing all this stuff. He's getting ripped by Hollywood, et cetera. He still shows up at the Met Gala and all these other events with the same people. They just play their role. They pretend. They're like, oh, we don't like him, just like they did with Trump. They were all buddies with Trump until he ran for president. Oh, we don't like him anymore because he's running for president. But wait, shouldn't you be happy? He's your friend. He's running for president. You probably get some benefits and things like that. Oh, no, of course not. Okay, because it's all show. They just do this stuff in the public eye to bait you and play you and persuade you. Right? Behind closed doors, these people are all buddies. Trump's buddy with the Clintons. They're all buddies. I mean, it's a simple fact. If you don't believe it, you're out of your mind. I mean, really, you are. I mean, it's so easy to see how they psychologically do this. So they did it with Musk. They pushed Musk, who's a billionaire. Yeah, he's a billionaire. He cares so much about all of us. They push him into the spotlight. He builds up trust, right, by doing all this nonsense on Twitter. Oh, I'm going to restate this conservative person. I'm going to put Trump back on Twitter. And everyone's like, yeah, I trust Musk. He's great. Good. These are the same dummies that are going to who believe this, are going to suddenly be putting Neuralinks inside their bodies, right? They know that liberals are going to take whatever they say. They know that. It's not a debate. It's not even up for argument. It's not even up for debate. It's not up for anything. Liberals will put whatever they're told by the government. That's how this works. That's how communism works. God to them is the government. Okay, so whatever they say, they will do, which we've seen. They're still out there wearing diapers over their face. Okay, so their concern is, how do they get the other half of the population on board with this type of tech? Well, they start putting people in, and they try to make you think this has nothing to do with politics, has nothing to do with the mark, it has nothing to do with Satanism, it's nothing to do with control over you. It's about advancements in technology. And of course, like I said years ago, which you still see going on, like you just saw with Musk, paraplegics, right? This is how they start getting at you. Oh, well, somebody has a metal leg or a fake leg or whatever, or somebody's never been able to walk. Well, this technology is working because it's talking. Their brain is now speaking to their spinal cord because of the internet, et cetera. And now they can suddenly walk, right? So they build up trust through this. They start that way. They start about health benefits. The next thing you'll hear is, oh, this person has a terminal disease, but they got the Neuralink, and now their brain was able to fight this terminal disease because now your brain is communicating with other parts of its body, and instead of thinking this cell is bad or this cell is good, it's starting to realize what's good, what's bad. It's able to fight it and combat it. Your body's able to cure itself naturally without anything else, just having the Neuralink. That's where all this heads, okay? Health is the key to all of this because they've made people so fearful of death, even Christians fearful of death, that they're going to market this stuff on the fear of getting sick, on the fear of getting death. That's why you always hear these sob stories, which are sad stories about people who get sick or about people who have Alzheimer's. And we've all seen people who have these diseases. It's very sad to be around. It's heartbreaking. They don't tell you why they're sick. They don't talk about getting dumped with aluminum barium from the sky, et cetera. They just make you think, oh, it's going to happen. It's natural. Everybody's getting it. The data showing more and more people are getting it. But guess what? The only way to stop it is the Neuralink because it'll tell your body, it'll help enhance your brain, help fight and combat this. So you start with paraplegics and you work your way to that. And that's how you convince people, and that's how they will convince people to get this type of technology inside their body. So the FDA acknowledged in an earlier statement that the agency cleared Neuralink to use its brain implant surgical robot for trials, but declined to provide more detail. If Neuralink can prove its device is safe in humans, it would still take several years, potentially more than a decade, for the startup to secure commercial use clearance. Well, that's all they need is a decade of mind control. The company is also competing with other neurotech companies which have already implanted their devices in people. Musk has missed timelines on his public announcement about Neuralink before. However, on at least 4 occasions since 2019, Musk predicted that Neuralink would soon start human trials, which I've covered over the years. The company founded in they will start the trials out in the open this year. I'm pretty positive of that, right? I think that they were just doing that from 2019 to now to gauge what the response was, what the pushback was, and it was negative. right? It was negative about Neuralink in 2019, 2020, 2021. Well, what's changed since then? Well, Musk's public image has changed. That's what's changed. So that makes people more accepting of it. Oh, he's great. Look at him making fun of the elites. He's going after him, even though he's like the richest guy on the planet. Oh, he's going after these people. He's making fun of these people. He's trolling these people, right? He's building trust. Now they approve the Neuralink. Now people are more open to it. Why? Because they're more trusting in Musk. That's how this works. It's just a mind control method. So last year, Neuralink employees told Reuters the company was rushing and botching surgeries on monkeys, pigs, and sheep, resulting in more animal deaths than necessary. As much pressured staff to receive FDA approval, the animal experts produced data intended to support the company's application for human trials. So no big deal that they've killed off sheep, pigs, and monkeys with this technology. You might as well try it in humans, right? Then the humans won't care. Nobody will say anything about the ethics of it. No one will say anything about the safety of it. Just like the electric vehicles that are exploding in people's garages. We need electric cars. Don't worry that they blow up on impact. They blow up, if it rains on them. Don't worry about that, right? Nobody seems to care. So they're botching the surgeries in monkeys, pigs, and sheep, but we might as well try it on humans. Whoever the poor soul is that they try this experiment on in the public, I can't imagine. But trust me, they've already tried it on many humans. I'm sure many have perished over the years. And more than one, probably hundreds, maybe thousands. So in one instance in 2021, the company implanted 25 out of 60 pigs with the wrong size devices. All the pigs were killed, an error that employees said could have been easily avoided with more prep. In May, U.S. lawmakers urged regulators to investigate whether the makeup of Neuralink's panel overseeing animal testing contributed to botched and rushed experiments, et cetera, et cetera. It just goes on to talk about the value of the company. Who cares? Neuralink employees who sat on the company's animal board, which has come under federal scrutiny for potential financial conflicts, stood to benefit from the implant's quick development. Neuralink stock that some of the employees jumped to 150%, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, they just go on to talk about the value because they're trying to just pretty much take your attention off of the fact that animals were dying from these experiments, but we're ready to try it in humans. So again, those are the key things to remember. Why did they announce it in 2019? Well, they wanted to gauge the public interest. What did they probably find? That most people were talking about the mark. Most people were talking about never, ever, ever, ever signing up for this. Most people were talking about not trusting Musk, right? They built trust up in Musk. They released this. They have competing brands because remember, they always need competing brands. There's never going to be one. Okay, there's never going to be like one, brand where that people feel it's forced on them. They're going to give the illusion of choice. Oh, you can have Apple, you can have Microsoft, right? Oh, you could have, Cheerio brand A, but there's also Cheerio brand B right underneath the shelf there, right? You could have mac and cheese Kraft. You got mac and cheese Stouffer's. You could have Pizza Hut. You could have Domino's, right? It's all the same crap. It's just the illusion of freedom that they give. Same chemicals, same thing. A little bit of a different taste. That's all. And that's what this is. So you have Musk, and then you have the two big bad guys on the other side, right? They needed to bring Bezos and Gates out because they rolled Musk out as this conservative. They don't want liberals to suddenly not want to get the Neuralink or that type of tech in their body. They know they need the liberals and they will do what they say. But so they need their liberal faces. So they get Bezos, they get Gates, and the other side gets Musk, who is now a hero for free speech, apparently. So it's just a mind control operation. That's all it is. And they're going to try their human trials out in the public by the end of the year. So we'll see how that goes. I'm sure it'll be a reality show. I wouldn't be surprised, if it's something like the Truman Show and they're showing all the wonderful things that the guy's doing with the Neuralink, right? Did you see he's doing that? He needs less sleep. He's got more energy. He was once depressed as now is thrilled about life. And all these things that they'll do to subliminally convince people that they need it. That's what they do. It's all psychological. I thank everyone for being here. I hope you're doing well. God bless you and your families.